Hi there,
Hello.
how are
Hi.
you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I think you're new to the neighborhood.
Yeah, we are. I'm Thomas. Nice to meet you.
Okay, it's nice to meet you too. Sorry to bother you. I don't want to disturb you. You might be having your dinner right now.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so welcome to the neighborhood. It's a
What's
lovely
this
neighborhood.
gentleman's name?
Oh, this is just my friend, and you're being served. You've been served. There it is in his mailbox, whether he wants it or not. It's there. What we just did here, we're in Peterborough, and we're in front of the home of the medical officer Thomas Piggott, and he was just served with a notice of trespass and liability and cease and desist. So, and this information has been filed at various police departments already.
Go real quick. It's not a whole read. It's just high level.
Okay.
So we gotta move.
Okay. So what he's been given is an evidence package and statement of facts, and also notice of trespass, liability, and cease and desist. So there's 18 points, just basic logic about how the alleged virus has never been purified. It's never been characterized or sequenced or shown to exist, because you would need to purify something so that you can sequence and characterize a specific thing and do controlled experiments to see if it's actually a disease-spreading virus. And there's information about how your murder is murder, whether it happens quickly or slowly, and murder is occurring under his watch. And there is no informed consent, because it's impossible to get informed consent when you don't even know what you're being injected with, and you're being told that the injection is to protect you from an alleged virus, and the alleged virus has never been shown to exist. So we have issued a cease and desist. We say we require all people who act as our public servants to cease and desist all COVID-19 interference and all other unlawful interference of every kind. All of the injections, all of the tests, all of the COVID measures, any kind of COVID measures, any kind of COVID-related interference in people's lives and bodies are completely unlawful. It's an unlawful trespass, and they are liable. Any man or woman who harms another is liable for the harm that they cause. So that's what we have let him know. And the same information that I just left with him, I also emailed it to him just a couple of days ago. So he has it, and the police have it here in Peterborough. We filed it with him on December 18th. So it's not as though the authorities don't know this. I also did a follow-up email to Scott Gilbert, who is the chief of police, just yesterday or the day before, and I will be delivering a hard copy letter to him as well. And so they know, the authorities are well aware of this, and that's basically it. He's been served, he slammed the door, but it's there, and he has it, he knows it's there. And we're going to hold these people accountable. Watch your step. We're going to hold these people accountable. Thank you. One way or another, they'll be held accountable. They can't hide forever. And it just shows that they're actually, running away from the public instead of facing us and having a mature discussion or taking responsibility for their actions. So that's really, I think, it.
And Christine, can I ask one question?
Sure.
How did he get in this position? Where did he come from? We know that he came from WHO. What put him in this position?
That's a good question. The only thing I know about that is the medical officers of health in Ontario, they have to be approved by the health minister. So that means Christine Elliott was involved at some point
In putting him here.
Because it might have been basically a decision of the council. I'm not really sure, but I know that last time I looked at the legislation, the health minister has to approve any medical officer of health.
So the health minister is involved in all of this nefarious behavior that's going on here.
Certainly, yeah,
Certainly.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And also for the record, I have emails, I can publish them, from Larry Stinson. I've let Larry Stinson know I require an appointment with him. He knows that we want to serve him as well. And, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. What did you just ask me about? Sorry.
About who put him in this position, you said.
Oh, yeah, so Larry Stinson, I have Larry Stinson in emails from Larry Stinson where he's admitting that they just go by what they're told by the Public Health Ontario. They rely on evidence from the Ministry and Public Health Ontario.
So it is the government who is behind all this.
Sorry?
It is our government that's behind
Oh,
it.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're all liable. Everybody's been telling us there's this virus and ordering us to do this and do that and don't do this and don't do that. They all have their own part to play in this, and they're all
Yes.
responsible, and it's going to catch up with them all sooner or later.
Yes.
So you can fool people for a while, but
Yeah.
you can't fool everybody for
Yep.
forever. And too many people are finding out the truth about this. There isn't even a virus. They have zero proof. No validated tests. Nothing. There's nothing valid about COVID-19. So
Christine, thank you for so much
Thank
for
you.
all
Yes,
the
thank
things
you.
that all the research you have
Yep.
done.
We appreciate you.
I wouldn't have come by myself. So thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here.
Thank you so
you.
much.
That's fine. I mean, he called, so we've got to come
Yeah.
and have a chat with you. Just keep in mind, right, what's going on. I think everyone can respect your opinions and everything you're doing, and that's fine.
Evidence.
So he called reporting that you tried to hit him when he opened the door. I'm not saying that's what
We have it all on video.
I'm not saying that's what happened. That's what the complaint was.
That's why we're all here doing this, what you see right now, right? That's
Yeah.
why we're recording it.
And that's why we're here, okay?
He said I tried to hit. He said I tried to
And that's
hit
why
him.
we're here. We get your version of events. I'm going to go over and have to talk to
Well,
him.
you
and
guys
then
were
I'll get
filming though, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Pardon?
And that's great, right? That's why we're here, though, is that that's the
Okay,
We've tried to go to his office and serve him there, but there's
verify that I did not try to hit anybody.
there's always
Yep.
two sides to every story, right?
I was standing with the Tupperware container, like I'm welcoming him into the neighborhood, and we had the notice inside. And then he started saying, "Who is this gentleman?" And I'm like, "He's just my friend." And
he
then
slammed the
door. So I just put it in his mailbox. I didn't even knock
call
on his
and lie to
door
us all
after
the
that.
time, right?
We
So
just
we'll
put
go
it in his
talk to
mailbox
him
and
let
walked
him
away.
know that
Because we
that's
know
not
this is
what
what will
happened.
happen. So he says I tried
We have
to
it on
hit
film.
him. Oh my gosh.
We haven't talked to him yet, and that's information
Yeah.
we have.
That's really interesting.
It's this type of stuff is why we have to do it at his house, because they won't let us into PPH to have a conversation. So we're left with this.
They have security guards at Peterborough Public Health. They tried one day last week.
Yep.
And I was stuck when they called
Lies that are severe,
and the
more
police
severe.
told me to leave too. So that's obstruction of justice. We had no choice.
But
Yeah.
we don't lay public mischief very often at all. At all. No, it is not. No, it's not. Because in his perception, he felt like someone tried to hit him.
Oh no. come on.
There's no perception there. We have it on film.
Yeah,
Come on.
And lots of people do say that, ma'am. Right?
And I could be charged with mischief or something like causing and wasting a resource. If it was one of us doing it, I'm pretty sure.
No. And
This is the medical officer of health just lying. No big deal, right?
And he's
his
a criminal.
perception.
You should be getting him in cuffs.
Yep.
Taking him away.
For what?
how would
For
you
what? Oh,
For
okay.
COVID misinformation.
No, let her
Everything
tell.
about COVID is 100% on fraud. I can prove this. I can literally prove it. Nobody has a sample of this alleged virus on the planet. What I gave him and what is on my website, I've been collecting for the last year and a half. We have Freedom of Information responses now from 164 institutions, roughly 30 countries. 45 or 46 of those institutions are Canadian. Health Canada, Public Health Agency of Canada, other federal agencies, the Ontario Ministry of Health, Public Health Ontario, Peterborough Public Health. Nobody on the planet has a sample of this alleged virus. What they pass off as virus isolate is literally a mixture of monkey, cow, and human mixture from a human. And they put a patient sample with some monkey kidney cells, fetal bull-drug serum, and toxic drugs. They lower the nutrition to the monkey cells, so they're starving and poisoning the cells. And this is what gets passed off as virus isolation.
Disease.
And then they take some of that fluid, and it sells for $2,000 a vial. And this is what they're doing COVID-19 research with. There is nothing there's no science whatsoever behind COVID-19.
Okay.
Literally.
You know what?
It's
I
not.
can
It's not.
appreciate
It's
everything
not.
you said is way beyond my
it's not-
realm. I mean,
But all this evidence has been delivered to your detachment.
We gave this to we gave this to your on December 18th. A bunch of people went to your police department. Your chief of police.
Okay, our
told us all
chief of
this.
police and us cannot override what the government has put in
Yeah, you're
place.
supposed to be
Can you enforce laws?
Yes, you
We're
can.
enforcing the laws that the government have put in place.
mandate certain
They're
laws?
not laws, and they're unlawful.
If we can't
It's
serve
based
him
on
at
pride.
public health because you guys won't let us,
don't
where do we
work for the
serve him?
government. We serve the
I'm asking you a
people.
legit question.
Serve the
I'm not
people.
saying anything wrong happened here tonight.
Okay.
He called us because someone was on his property and felt like someone had tried to hit him.
Okay, but
So
and
our
that's a lie.
job is to respond to the call. I have come, I've spoken with you. One of my partners here is going to go to his house and talk to him. It gets documented, we move on.
Are you going to take the video
I don't have any reason to take the videos.
To show that he's lying?
I'll send them to you,
That's a pretty
Christine.
big deal.
I've
That is a
explained,
low wage
if
lie.
someone was going to get arrested or charged, then I would need the video.
And he has a video camera on his porch.
I do not need the video. No one is being arrested or charged, okay? I cannot tell him that he cannot feel like someone tried to hit him. If he felt threatened, so be it, okay? You guys may feel
Okay.
threatened by the fact we're here. That is not our intentions, okay?
Nope.
And I'm not that. No, and I'm not saying that. But everyone's perception on what happens in a place is different.
That's fine.
Okay?
But what's on the video is unequivocally provable.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
How's that?
The video may not capture voices,
Well, we have
body
like 3 or
language.
4.
So, how I respond to something that someone presents to me may be completely different than any one of my coworkers here. Everyone's individual perception of what takes place is different based on their jobs, their history, their general life experience. So in his position, with what he does, and the position that you're bringing to him, he may feel more threatened than I would if you walked up to my front step. I cannot tell him not to feel that way.
Yeah, but you say that I tried
Okay.
to hit him.
I'm not
That's
saying
quite
anyone
different
did.
than just
I am not
feeling
saying
Yeah,
that.
feeling
I'm
threatened
telling
and
you
alleging that someone tried to hit you
he
and assault
felt
you
that
is different.
Someone tried to hit him.
Well,
Okay?
that's a lie.
This gentleman was standing
your
like feet behind you.
Perception, in
have
your
all
opinion,
the
that is a lie.
evidence. We
Okay,
have-
but I can't tell him he's lying for
There's
feeling
no
that way.
sense
Can't if you
going
look
back
at this.
Yeah, I know.
like this.
So
Really.
anyways, you guys are free to go on your way.
Oh yeah, of course
Please,
we are.
now that you've
What-
served
Officer
Magriskin.
Magriskin.
Now
You're
that
a
you've
lovely-
served
can I
him.
just- You're a lovely, lovely young woman. I just want to say, the police officers protect and work for we the people, right? Do you know what happened in the Nuremberg trials with the government? Then when they are nefarious and they're doing something that's unlawful against the people? Okay, well that is what's happening right now, and that's why you need to look into your history, and that's why what Christine presented to your officers a couple of, well, a month
December
in
18th.
December 18th.
And that's sorry.
It's
Like,
all about this. You guys have to wake up and you have to look at it because you are going to be held responsible too for your part in this illegal
Well,
behavior.
we'll wait for that day.
You
then,
got
I
a
guess.
call and you were here within minutes.
Yeah.
We went to your department, like 50 people,
Yeah.
weeks ago with an evidence package. Never heard a word about that.
Yeah.
Like what is being done? Anything at all? Is there even an
'Cause we've alleged a
investigation
crime.
going on?
I don't
It's
know
a-
who you served the paperwork to and who's looking
It
into
was
it. I have no
received by
idea.
the Staff Sergeant Scott
you guys should
Rogers. It's all documented on my website. It was videotaped. He said thank you. There's photos. There's videos from like 3 different people.
Well,
Case
it's
number?
up to him. I don't know what he's doing or not doing with
Okay,
it.
but that's why it's frustrating for us because they are literally getting away with crimes against humanity. They're committing fraud. Everything about COVID-19 is based on fraud. 100%.
And you know what? I don't want to stand here and debate
just
that
saying,
stuff, right?
it's very
ongoing and it
frustrating
has
for
been
us.
for 2 years.
That
when
we
you
have
guys
the
show up in
information
2
to the
minutes when he
authorities and
calls, but
nothing
we
is
alleged
done.
something a month ago, nothing.
I don't know what you alleged a month ago.
Well,
I
I'm
didn't
telling
answer
you, there's a
your
case
phone.
number and it's in your detachment right now.
And I tried when I was at Peterborough Public Health last week, and there were the security guards they fired to, why do you want to be here? Who are you? I want to go to Peterborough Public Health. Nope, you're not allowed. They won't even let me in the building. They physically block me. They call police. The police say, no, you can't go in.
So we can't say anything.
What's the best way of us going about serving him papers and things like
Well,
that?
you just
from a legal
served it,
standpoint?
right? Correct?
He didn't accept it. He slammed the door in
He
his
slammed the door
face.
before I could give him the paper, so I put it in his
I don't know
mailbox.
what you're trying to serve him.
A notice of liability,
Crimes against
trespass, and
humanity.
assist.
Okay, lawyers probably are the best
No,
word, right?
I'm not dealing with lawyers. We are human beings. We can handle our own affairs.
He
we
just,
had the
sorry, he just
Peterborough-
asked what the best way to do it was, so that was my advice.
Peterborough Police last week obstructed justice by preventing me from getting up to a publicly funded office to just hand over paper piece. I was by myself. I was not threatening anyone. I was there to peacefully, lawfully do what we're supposed to do when we have an issue. This is the process that's in place that we're supposed to do so people don't go crazy and get violent. You're supposed to go and serve a person. That's all I was trying to do. And they physically prevented me, and they gave me a trespass ticket, which, by the way, was totally bogus and invalid and never even got entered into the system because he knew when I told him it wasn't valid. But, I got intimidated. I had 5 men on me. It was all by myself. There was nobody with me. And that's what happened to me. Nothing gets done. Nothing whatsoever.
So this is what we're left with.
Getting away with injecting people for an alleged virus, and there's literally no evidence.
Intimidated by how many police officers when she went to service.
Whether you think it's intimidation or not, that's not your call, right?
Right, and I just explained that. Like,
Okay.
you guys
But
here may feel like
it goes
all of us
both. It goes
standing
both
here,
ways, though, right?
and I can't tell you not to feel that way. The exact same way that you can't say he's not allowed to feel the way he did.
No,
okay?
but claiming that somebody tried to hit him is a different thing.
That is a different thing. We could say that he tried to hit her. You
Yep.
tried to hit
We
her.
are talking in circles here. We are not going to solve all these problems here tonight.
Okay, so he
So
tried
you
to assault
served
us with the
him-
door.
You
Yeah.
have served him the paperwork you need to serve. He didn't accept it. I understand that.
Yeah.
But you can't be going back onto his
Can you
property,
give him the
okay?
papers?
I cannot serve him the papers. Says him. He does not want you
So
back
can
on
we
his
get an
property.
escort inside Peterborough Public Health then?
So you're obstructing
Why not?
justice then.
I am
you're
not
making it
obstructing
impossible for us. No, you're obstructing
There are
justice.
lawyers
And, that's what
and
Peterborough
there are
police- No, this
process
is about
leaders.
lawyers. You're
Who
not
cares?
obligated
Okay,
to get
well,
lawyers.
there are
you guys
options.
are obstructing justice. You've been enforcing
Okay.
bogus law. You say law, you're not law enforcement. You're blindly, you're not going on evidence, you're not going on facts. You can't even prove that there's a virus. Nobody on the planet can prove there's even a virus. So all these so-called laws are not, they're not laws anyway. They're corporate rules that are
Yep.
being made up. And you're choosing to enforce those instead of actual law where you're supposed to be protecting the public. And if you're really protecting the public, nobody would have been injected with any of those things. We wouldn't be dealing with any of this. We wouldn't need to go to
We wouldn't be here.
Have a mask on your face to begin with.
Like I know, like this isn't law enforcement. You need law enforcement is based on facts and evidence, and you won't even look at our videos. But never mind that. Look at the evidence that was left with Peterborough Police on December 18th, and another lady gave it back in September. The Freedom of Information response.
It's irrefutable.
Nobody can prove that there's any bloody virus. So what they do in virology is literally ridiculous. So you guys, you've been told, and I tried to tell the police officers, I know that's where I was trying to get up to and I forgot, I lost my train of thought. But at Peterborough, when they wouldn't let me in, I said, fine, I want to report a crime. And I started reading out the same kind of paperwork that I just left with him. The officers that day, oh, and I know their names, it was Max Rogers and Corinia or something, the other guy's last name. And they literally turned their back on me and laughed at me as I'm reading out these facts. And they were literally like snickering and like, they were saying things like, I don't know who you think's listening to you. I'm a little woman by myself trying to get some law enforcement, which we don't have and what we need real law enforcement. And they literally laughed at me and gave me a bogus ticket.
So here we are. That's the position we've been put in.
Right. We don't want to hurt. We're just
You guys are here. We love everyone. We don't hate anyone.
You're
Not
here in
Mr.
5
Piggott, nobody.
5-10 minutes, but there's break-in enters and cars popped everywhere, and you're nowhere to be found for like days upon days. But all of a sudden
Sir,
you're here.
when someone calls us,
A high level.
What if we call you and allege the crimes that we already have?
us here on the road that respond to calls have no idea what calls are coming in when. They go through dispatch, which is through a civilian, who then dispatches us out.
Okay,
to
so
us.
if we call and
So I
allege
don't
the
know-
crime,
You're
Right.
gonna
what
be here in
happens?
5 minutes?
Are you going to be at our house in
It goes
5
to
minutes?
dispatch, they prioritize them.
Let's
Okay?
try it.
Like, let's just calm down here. Do we
Yeah.
look like scary terrorists to you?
I never said
No,
no.
I'm just asking you because when the examiner reports this tomorrow, we'll be scary too.
And
Yep.
we're not
Yeah.
even
And that's an
anti-vaxxers.
issue you can take up with the
Campbell Bay-
examiner.
Well, why don't you tell them we're not?
Because they don't allow you to comment on their article.
Yeah.
They don't allow you to talk to them.
And I can't fix that
Do
problem
you
either.
guys not see that something's going on here? Do you not feel it in your bones that something's wrong here? Do you not see it, girls? Do you not see it?
I'm just trying to do my
No, I'm
job.
just asking.
No. Enough of just trying to do your job.
My.
Conscious and actually stand up for
Everyone,
what's right.
you will find a very large variety of opinions on this pandemic
So I'm
that we're
asking
in.
you personally, are
It's
there
not a
people
pandemic.
dying
No
on the
one say
streets?
pandemic.
Are there all
Where are
of
the
what is
bodies?
going on here? Where is it?
Where
Where
are the
is
bodies?
this pandemic? It is a pandemic, and if you do any research, as soon as you start going, you realize it's the truth. Nobody is dying from this. It's a big lie, and they're putting you in a position to enforce these lies because it's coming from the government, the WHO, the UN. It's bigger than any of us know.
When do you think it's gonna happen?
I would,
They're even gonna need the
honestly,
booster after
I would
that.
love to stand here and talk about this all night, but we obviously can't.
Yeah.
Well, you
Okay.
could. You're getting paid by
So,
tax dollars.
at
really
the
could
end
do
of
that.
the day here, no one is getting arrested and charged, obviously. Just
He
please don't
should
go
be getting
back on
arrested.
his property.
Honey,
Okay,
he should.
that's what we're
Pag-
requesting.
We were on
alright?
his property. Pickett should be getting arrested. All of them should be arrested. Trudeau should be getting arrested. All of them should be. Your chief of police should be getting arrested.
Okay.
Everybody
There
who is
a
in
way
charge.
to go about what you're doing.
What?
Okay,
How?
so
What?
I just peacefully. as
We
best
have
We did.
I'm not saying you did it.
Okay, so what's
Do
the
it
way
as
though?
best you can.
What's the
If
way?
you're unable to serve your paperwork
Yeah.
taken
on
place.
whatever
There are
they
lawyers
had to,
and there's a
you're
process of
wasting
whether
your
you're
fucking
wasting
time.
time. If you don't want to do it, that's all right as well.
They are
not all
okay.
whatever, right?
So please do not
Like
go back to
it's
this property where you could be charged with trespassing.
No, seriously.
Okay.
No, you guys are wasting your fucking time.
All right.
I think you guys should just say,
You
okay,
should
I'm
support
going
us
and
and
just
just
go.
public health and let
I'm
us
not
stop
supporting
it. Or at least stop preventing the
Okay.
security guards.
Are there any other questions that I can help you with
No,
tonight?
thank you.
I mean, obviously not, you're gonna help.
All